Okay, hi everybody. You know what time it is. It's that Gojo time. Woo! Um, so this is episode 2, Jujutsu Kaisen, season 2. Really, this episode was just like conclusion from last week when they just whooped these Q guys from Q and no contest. He just it was a no contest. What was funny was when Gojo I'm thinking about There's a part in this episode that had me dying. I was like, oh my god. But, we have basically. They took care of these guys. They were. And Rico, the girl they were trying to save for Tenzin Sama, she's going to be basically merging with him. Not like, death in the school kind of thing. But um, she wakes up, she slaps Coach over the face. But basically, they get her and secure her because she was being threatened. And her maid shows up on one of the cursed creatures that Suguru has. And that's basically what happens. Then she realizes she has school, so she ends up going to school. Now, majority of the episode for this one, the animation was Jesus. I like the music too. I thought the music was done very nicely, especially when Suguru is fighting this guy. He's this old guy who pretty much does the same thing as Suguru. It's the whole, but his is more Shinigami kind of thing. And what ends on happening, they had a fight, and it seems like Suguru is gonna just wipe the floor with this guy, but he gets an upper hand. But Suguru turns around. He's able to get him to see his life flash before his eyes, kind of thing. But it was pretty awesome fight, and the animation was whoo. And he beats the shit out of this guy. He was an old dude. But the funny part of the episode, they're trying to find Rico because she's at school, doing her thing, but they got to keep on contact with her because. And we also find out in this episode she has no family. Her family was killed. The only family she really has is this maid. And she's and they were trying to find out where she is in the school. But what's not happening is they find out she could be in two places, rather in her music class or chapel. So she's in the chapel. And Gojo goes there. I've never seen so many girls fawn over a character in my life. Every girl was like, yeah, like, what is this? An NSYNC? They were hot for that Gojo, my boy. They were hot for him. I was like, yo, this dude's gonna get it. Even, even the teacher's there, and she's passing him her number. Oh my god. It was hilarious. It was a hilarious scene. Really good comedy across the board in this episode. But what ends on happening is he has to get her out of there because they're after her. And we find out there's another guy after her. This guy with a paper bag over his head. But his ability, we find out later on, is he can make clones of himself. So even the maid, though, is fighting this dude. I was like, whoa. Maid's got some good moves. But Suguru comes in and he kind of takes care of him, but he's not dead. He was just a Shinigami or a clone of him. So then Gojou fights him. Oh my god! Just if anyone who knows Jujutsu Kaisen with Gojou is Satoru, is that you can't touch him. So if you try to punch him, you're not gonna hit. Not him. It's his field. This is infinity that he has, and what he does, he thinks the guy's escaping. He doesn't escape. Gojo just blows a hole in this building. I was like, yo! Primo animation right there. And it was just like suspended in midair. And this had me go like, make me do a facepalm. Because Gojo's about to shoot him with this thing. He says red. And he doesn't. And he says, I failed. And he punches the guy. And everything falls. I was like, oh my god. That was not that impressive, but it was just like, I mean, after seeing what he did, Gojo, in the first season with his fights, seeing him here, kind of an interesting take, because you're seeing him in the past when his curse powers were like this. Later on, you're gonna see it, and you're like, "Holy shit!" But the whole infinity thing, I just love it. It's just, bring them close together. But that was an awesome fight there. It's funny too because last episode we didn't get see the whole fight of each person, of Suguru against one guy, and then Gojo against the other guy. But at the end of the episode, Riko finds out that her maid was captured. And it seems like the main bad, he's making his move. Now, I forgot the guy's name, but he was shown in this episode too. He's the main guy who basically put the hit on her. He's the main villain of the show, of this season, that Gojo and Suguru are going to end up fighting. He's supposed to be a sorcerer killer, if my understanding is correct on that. We don't get much about him. All I know is he's voiced by Dio. The guy who plays Dio Brando with JoJo. It's the same guy who voices this guy. Which is a good touch. I like that. I love that shit. But he's saying basically this guy, so on and so forth, he's letting these weak nobodies, tire out Gojo and the other one. And then he'll face them and stuff. So I'm guessing next week, based on the preview, that's what we're going to get. They're going to fight this bad guy. This main villain guy. For the life of me, I don't recall his name. What his name was. But he seemed pretty... Oh, that's what it was. Bayer. No, wait. Not Bayer. Toji. Right. Toji. But yeah, Toji basically, yeah. He basically is there to assassinate Riko. But he seemed to be pretty intense. Like, I noticed, like, certain scenes in the anime that were, like... He's, like, eating takoyaki. And he walks away, and they focus on the takoyaki, and the filling spills out. And I was like, oh. But this Toji guy is going to be the main villain of this season. He's the father, I think, of Megumi. I believe that's what they were stating. Because he says, how's Megumi? Megumi Fushiguro. Okay. But overall, I thought it was a great episode. Good fight, showing off Gojo's girl's abilities. And also I must say, gotta give props to Suguru. He was like, well, those cursed entities that he comes out with are pretty awesome. I thought it was funny episode, hilarious, very very hilarious. It was funny all around, good action, good animation. So overall, good episode. I would say, no, it happened though. Wasn't as spearheaded as last week's episode, and it seemed kind of quick and kind of weird. The pacing was very very quick, but overall, I still enjoyed it. I would say 9 out of 10 on this one. Now, like I said before, I will not be here next week. Next week, I'm going on vacation on a cruise. Now, this is what I'm going to do. Because it's only 3 shows I'm reviewing, I most likely am 100% certain that I'm coming back next Saturday. When I come back, I will do the reviews for Bleach. Yes? Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's when I'll do them. So next week when I come back, which is gonna be Saturday, I'll do the Bleach reviews. Kaisen and Stray Dogs, I'm probably going to try to do, so that way I don't have to do double episodes like I did with Bleach. I will do those on Sunday. Might as well. But yeah, that's basically the story there. I should have a good vacation. I'll catch you guys on the flip side next weekend. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. But this was a good episode. I found it intriguing. Got some villain stuff. Gojou, Suguru. It's a lot of comedy in this. It's really funny. I gotta give props here. There's really funny stuff going on. This is Vodka 922. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.